you for watching the video. I'm going right into the main topic of the video as is, finding the toy trucks. And here's tow truck number 1 I found, a while back I should say. The Stonehenge make-believe, if you want to call it. Now it is just north of the water pump station. And the best way to get to it is actually with a scout. Because you just gotta go through the trees and so forth. Now I did this in a previous recording and the audio wasn't really there when I was speaking before, so this is why I'm doing it this way. And we'll also find out how much we get from the rocket parts as well. Okay, 1, 2, yeah, okay, my audio's working this time. It seems it wasn't working when I was getting the first toy, so let's go with this one. Okay, so I got both Jeep style toys. Sorry. Can I hook it to the back? No. Okay. And there we go. Now before I forget, it's actually looking at the furthest northeastern part of the map. Past the sand quarry, a location you really won't see. It's in this cabin, and the easy way to it is actually on this one road that leads to a rock slide. So once you get to it, go down this muddy path. You can see the cabin, and it's on the side, on the porch. Okay, for number 3, it's at that production facility in the north. Now, if you're having the same issues I am with the cranes not working, it should be able to pick you up. If it was, let's double check, make sure. And no dice. I don't even see the cables linking up to anything. So in that case, we're going to actually just use the crane. Is that a bathtub I see on the top, in the middle of the screen? Yeah, that is a bathtub. Okay. Okay, no issues here so far. I gotta be careful not to fall off. There's an anchor there, but I can't seem to hook on. Okay, all good. I got the package, time to get out. Okay, looks simple. Where do I go from here? Over there. I still don't see any black barrels. Okay, it's just a toy being stuck. There we go. And with that, that's number 3. Okay, for number 4, technically 5, is right here in the flooded town or village, I would say. And I just said both Mule and the low crane that just pushes this map will not do. You have to go with the heavy crane for the extra not because of the the item being too heavy. It's actually because of its deep water around that house. So we flooded out this whole thing, and I'm pretty sure the Mule will flood out too. You might be able to get away with grabbing onto it with the hooks, but still. This is not something you want to pick up with a scout. Oh, missed. So it's something you'll get midway through the map, about halfway I should say, after you deflood the area. So this would technically be number 5, the one last toys you'll be getting. Okay, here's my number 5, but technically it'll be your first one you'll find since it'll be coming to your second countryside base. So it's a little dozer. And getting here is not too bad. It's pretty simple. Just start out coming to the construction area. You come down, take a right, take another right down here because of the landslide right here that really doesn't show on the map. And you do a little U-turn here. And then you come up here. And right there. So that's pretty much all 5 toys. Okay, now it's time for the main event of selling the cargo. Here are the 5 toys all together, and once again, I'll go over again. You most likely will start with the first one, the Tugger Bulldozer one over here. And then from there, you can have your pick of the 3. Either the building, one from the production, which you may need your heavy crane just to get to over here with the yellow flag. And your third or fourth one could be either the cabin on the front porch, or technically on the back porch, or on the sunken, somewhat feel of like a Stonehenge style, on the top pillar here. And your last one, which is going to have to be halfway through the game, is going to be over here, once again, on this little house. Now, this whole area here is quite deep enough that I'll sink both the mule and rather EZO 200 LT, I believe. I can't pronounce its name to save my life, but either way, the engine flooded out. Just try and grab it with the claw. But you might be able to just get hooked on with any mule or scout. Just depending on your range with the lines. So don't do what I did and try and bring a claw type of unit to pick it up. And there's the $5,000. Now, on the next type of business, we have the shadow parts. We'll start off with the one that's closest to you. Now this is one of the rocket boosters. And I found this one right over here. About the second, well, the middle island, I should say, in that one crater right here. I'll take off the resource markers, but it's right there. And how much do we get? Oh, $8,000. Not too bad, not too bad. And just to make sure we're not missing anything, what is underneath me? Nothing. So I have some type of noise in the background. Now this one here is all the way over here in between the two toys. Now it's somewhat easy to miss, but if you're using the resource map like I did, you can actually see it, just that small glimmer of gold. So next question is it the same price? Yes it is. $8,000. Now then, what is this doing? I don't have anything in that area. Now the next question is, can I move all this? Let's see, which one was which? Yeah, I think it was that one, but I can only drag one part of it. Okay, this one here, which you might have to wait until after you drain the village out, is right here. Another way you can get to it, or how I got to it, was by the mine, right here by the cabin. Same technique, you just use your resources and it should be in a nice yellow hue, you see it. But right here by the road here, you can use this path like I did to find it and retrieve it, because you can't really climb upward, but you can go downward if need be. And this is also $8,000. Makes me wonder if all the shutter points are just $8,000 each. But yeah, I'm not hitting anything, but yeah, there's something there. Now this last piece, which is the hardest one to get to and retrieve, is right over here by the port. In this little, mini valley, I would say. You can't come over here by the train tracks. You quite literally have to make your own bridge, like I did here. Come down, drive over. Now, I would use a heavy crane because this is quite heavy to lift. The mule will not do anything, and neither will a scout. You have to bring over a heavy crane and take your time with it. I got, oh, a hook. And this is also 8 grand, so let's see, that's what, 24 grand total? Not too bad, but it's still about just getting the toys. And with that, I got a good bit of profit and nice little cushion for everything off of this map. And also picked up a few forklifts as well. Remember, a forklift is actually 5 grand each. So if you find a few, you might actually make a decent killing with them. Okay, we're to the last part of the recording. Well, second to last, I should say. As I want to review how the map and jobs were. Right now, we're taking a look at some of the vehicles I got on this map and how they look and so forth. Nice back view, the little top hatch to get out. If need be, it could be a camper vehicle. And that's Linux, the rescue style one. Now let's take a look at the brand new one. Has some nice cargo. Looks nice. Nice clean inside. Works well. Now I know I get this a little bit earlier on, but I just got it on this level particularly. Has a little bit more, well, twice the speed as Rescue version one of this. Pretty much the same thing. But you still have the cool feature of it. Only thing I would say, if we could have, when you're in that particular stationary vehicle, you have to recall vehicles to you, is if it could just tell you if it's a quarry or the heavy trailer. That's about it. And the newest addition for paving vehicles, pretty much the same speed, it feels like. Much cooler inside, I would say. You have more room, it looks like, and you're able to see around you. But you definitely have a nicer paving area. The stats overall are just about the same. Besides the speedy and capability being one stat higher, but honestly, I can argue it's not the same, it's just about equal, in my opinion. Especially when you're functioning and driving it. When you lay down on tarmac. So when paving, it's about the same, but when you're just driving functionally, it's not any faster. Even though the stats are trying to show it is, it's not. Then again, they are both too, so that's nothing new. Now, here I did try buying another vehicle of the cargo. I forgot to call that one. And quite honestly, on the other side of the vehicle, it feels like a British or yeah, British vehicle. And the turning radius is quite horrible because all other vehicles I've driven so far can dodge this one building. So, yeah. There's a few issues, but also, if I remember correctly, I got this one off of this map in particular. Now, the left side here is your steering and driving capabilities. The left side, right side doesn't do anything, your left side does. So when I turn the wheel to go different direction, that's your steering wheel. Reduce your APM, RPMs, and is it the same as the other vehicle? No. I'm not sure how fast this vehicle goes. It's not like Smart. But it's quite comfy, and I believe that's what sound. And I don't think this thing has AC. Oh, it does. I see the little funnels on the right side. So you do get AC compared to the other vehicle for cutting trees. Okay, so I have two crane vehicles to review. You have a seat with this one as well. Looks nice on the inside. Did I get my cup of coffee in here? No, I do not see my cup of coffee. And it is a crane style. It has the biggest back tray it has. It might be something you could attempt with getting toys and logs, but honestly, with a 5-ton cargo, you won't be really carrying that much, nor will you be able to fit anything because the center area, you can't put anything there. It has to use that whole center area to put the crane back. So it leaves much to be desired. I mean, you get a floodlight, but that's not much. Okay, now for the one I actually somewhat like, it does have some pros and cons. Mainly that where some areas, like if I go off terrain, like with the older rusty heavy crane that we get in the game, it could go on off terrain much easier than this one. But this one has a 60-ton crane width capacity, which I can just actually just show it. And show the stats. I mean, it's right there. Left weight 60, boom length 25.5. If we compare to the rusty one, 40, boom length 21. So I get another 4 meters out on using this vehicle. Now let's take a quick look on the inside. 3-inch wipers, not too bad. I got same amount of controls on the inside here to work the crane from this position. And if need be, real quickly, same thing. I could drive the crane from the crane seat, but I won't be able to see my right side. But if I lift it up, I can actually see. I just gotta dodge anything I might hit. I mean, I have a nice sky view compared to the other crane seat. So not too bad, not too bad. Besides, it's like a big hit, I would call it. Like on a few tanks, I would do like the Switzerland tank. Those and this particular truck are easy to tip over. So if you come at a wrong angle, you will tip over and you have to reset the vehicle, just as a forewarning. don't think I got anything else. I'm at 15, the next vehicle at 16, so that'll be something to review on the next map area I'll do. This is something I'm just doing, and overall, to talk about how this map went, the missions and so forth with Callie, I'm like, we start at the Eastern Tunnel exit gate, and, well, if memory serves me right, we try to take a look how the dam is by going over here and try to assess the situation of it. Now, one of the things I was actually doing as soon as I heard about this rocket thing is taking a look if I could get close. I didn't get to it, but hey, I didn't know it was actually that close. Once I was across the dam, I actually was like thinking, okay, what's down here? Maybe there's something out over here. Then I found the fishing village, and they were talking about the makeshift dam right here. So I was hoping the water level actually would drop down even more than I was going to, but it didn't. It slightly did, but not by much. Then, if I recall correctly, Kelly had us go this way here. I'd cross by going through the, well, it looks like World War I trenches, if you had to ask. That's why I didn't bother putting any roads down here. So I went through here, over here, and yeah. I'm not going to bore you guys with this. I mean, some parts of the jobs, I would say, were irritating because I was getting done with one job over here, making a road, and then she would want a particular road done, just like up here by the river. I'm like, I was trying to leave these tracks alone in case they had to reuse them, but how is the concrete plant sending out any materials out to any locations? I see train cars, but if that's been left there to rot, why was the unreal train here? Makes no sense. The biggest complaint I have for this level and the last level was that I could not use any concrete bridges. I mean, right now we just unlocked metal bridges, and the biggest issue I have with them is the constant creaking I would have with certain vehicles. The only other thing I can think of that I had issues with on this map was sand. And I kid you not, unless you have that particular heavy duty truck with the sand quarry on it, you're not going to be making roads easy for yourself. I believe I got down rank 12, and it actually does help. Here's a sand location. I mean, it would be nice if we had particular markers where we can actually put that down when the sand map is out. So, one right here, one over here, and that's it for the top area. And there was one over here I used to do this section of the road. Now, for this section over here, I did not use the sand quarry here, nor did I really use this one. I had to be like over here, like on the top edge, just to use it. Otherwise, this one was also another sand quarry I did not use at all. So besides that, 3 truckloads, that was it. The other thing I used was this sand pile by this crane. And I showed in the one in between video on how you get over to it. Since this crane here isn't working and it's mostly glitched out, you have to bring your own heavy crane and pull your sand quarry truck onto this location. So, yeah. Few issues, few things that could improve. Mainly, it extended the radius of the sand over to here, and adding unique markers in which we can actually see which type is actually the sand and which is not the sand. That would actually help greatly for future maps and gameplay. That's in my opinion. So, otherwise, I'm not sure what else to say besides that all. I did not find the War Thunder Black Barrels. To me, they look like Legend of Zelda symbols on them. But I didn't find my 3 in this map. I gotta check the Reddit post and see if there's any updates on if there are any black barrels of gold around here. I mean, it should be like 3 barrels on each map plus the 5 toys. I get that. I gotta go back on Sunken and look for the toys there too. So with that, thank you for watching the video. Leave a comment how you would do some of this stuff on this map that I've gone through in the last few jobs. If you want, or even on the vehicles you've seen. With that, thank you for watching and have a nice day.